What's up, statue dudes? We're back at you yet again with another video. This week we thought we would take a break from the songwriting, recording, all that stuff, and just have some fun. So a couple weeks ago I stumbled across this thing called speech jamming. Speech jamming! Speech jamming! A couple years back, more than a couple years back, like 2012, there was like this article going around about like this Japanese invention. They called it a speech jamming gun, where basically you could like aim it at one specific person in a crowd and like target them to mess up their speech like in real time, and no one else will be able to hear it. Basically what it does is it creates like a feedback loop where you're hearing yourself like delayed. If you've ever if someone's ever had you on speakerphone, you might have experienced this before, where like you hear yourself delayed a little bit, and it's just really hard to like get past it. Yeah. Obviously, we don't have the actual speech jamming gun, but we're gonna try the speech jamming part, the delayed feedback loop. There's actually an app that you can get that does it for you, but we're gonna do it ourselves since we're audio professionals.
Are we doing the same thing? Thumbs up and then winking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, we just need like a good pair of headphones to kind of go over your ears and isolate the sound. It don't have to be noise canceling, but the delay needs to be louder than your voice, so you can't really hear yourself talking. The delay coming back at you is way louder. We're gonna try a couple of different rates. Supposedly, it's like somewhere between like 100 and 400 milliseconds. That are really, there's supposed to be like a sweet spot in there, kind of depending on your age. So we're gonna try to tweak it and see what happens. All right, so let's jump into it.
All right, so we're gonna try a couple of different things with this speech jammer. So first we're just gonna try talking normally, and we're gonna adjust the speeds to kind of figure out which one's like the hardest for us.
I'm gonna try to find the right spot.
Yeah, and we're gonna take turns. Maybe it'll be different for each of us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then after we figure out like which one's the hardest, then we're gonna try something we know pretty well. We're gonna try reciting some of our own lyrics, and then lastly we're gonna try like oh no, that's not a good sign. We're gonna try a tongue twister to see if we can do it.
Okay, this is 100 milliseconds.
This
so
right here.
That's probably a little too fast. To
Yeah.
be messing with you too much.
Yeah, it's not messing. It's messing with it, but it's not so bad.
I'm gonna jump to 200 milliseconds, which is supposed to be pretty good.
Okay.
Like, so that's supposed to be a pretty average to like mess with most people, I think.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me think. I guess it's yeah. I need a complete thought to try to get out.
Tell the story about how you couldn't get your PlayStation 5.
Okay. So here's the story for you guys. So Target was supposed to have it at like after midnight on November 12th. And so I waited up. The first time they had stock at like 12:30. See, dude, I'm doing fine. I'm fine. Go longer.
That's pretty long. That's 500.
That's 500?
Yeah. That's
Ooh.
500.
Okay, so back to my story. So Jesus, I can't even get it out. Okay. It was like 12:30 or something, and they had some stock, and then I clicked because it was there. It was there, and so I clicked the in stock button. Whew. This one is hard.
Okay,
because
that's 500, dude.
Dude,
That means you're slow right now.
I'm slow? What does that mean?
In the video I watched, they were saying like, if you get older, it's maybe like 300 or 400, but this is 500. So it's like, I don't know.
It's just because like by the time, especially because I take a lot of pauses. So by the time I'm done with my pause, and see now I'm blending it out.
Now you're compensating.
Now I'm compensating for it. Yeah.
Try the tongue twister.
Okay. She sells seashells at the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of what? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I can't do it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Hey, dude, this is hard. Okay. This is hard for sure.
Hold on, I got something.
This is hard, dude.
Is it hard now?
It's very hard. This is really hard.
These are the lyrics for Horror Story.
Okay,
that way you can just read it off.
Okay, yeah, let me try it. Wake up in the evening, can't shake off this feeling, shaking at the knees, fight or flight or freeze. The tragedy and horror, it's just around the corner, and it's waiting for you. Run us into the ground, hold on to his crown. to hold on to his crown. I think.
I don't know. I was kind of changing it between.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
There were some parts where I felt like I was stuttering. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. You ready to try? What do you want to start with?
Just let me talk so I can try the different speeds and see what.
Okay. That's 200. That is 200.
That's 200 right there. Yeah. That's confusing. I mean, it's like I don't know. But yeah, like I was talking about, it's like there's a sensory blah blah blah. There's a sensory deprivation type of thing. There's more like audio experiments and stuff like that I want to try. I don't know.
It's making you extend consonants and stuff to like finish the words.
What was that? 200. What is this?
This is 100.
100.
Yeah.
100. It's confusing. It's like. It's just distracting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it takes your thought away from you.
And then now you're doing what I'm doing, and you're just waiting until the echo finishes, and then you're...
Yeah.
And then you
yeah, I'm like compensating for it now. So I'm going to try...
Try the lyrics to Horror Story.
Wake up in the evening, can't shake off this feeling. Shaking at the knees, fight or flight or freeze. The tragedy and horror is just around the corner, and it's waiting for you.
Keep going.
The tragedy and horror come around the corner. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The ashes fall to the ground. Thought this is what you wanted, to watch the world burning down. See, now I'm just like trying to rush through it, and then it's still making me say the words weird.
Yeah.
Thought this is what you wanted, to watch the world burning down. To watch the world burning down. What speed is that?
250.
250, okay.
I think this is the one.
While we all take the fall, doesn't hurt him matter.
But you know those like back of your hand now too.
Yeah, but it's still...
It's hard. It's confusing.
And especially, like, we're in here just chilling.
Yeah.
And I can imagine if you like trying to give a speech that's like really important, like big crowd or something like that. It's like, oh, or like.
I think especially if you didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was coming, and you were like in the middle of a bunch of people. I'm gonna take this off. It's because it's really annoying. It's really, really annoying. And like, if you were out there trying to like talk to a bunch of people, like a crowd, and someone pinpointed you with this thing, and you just kept hearing your own voice back at you like that, it would drive you crazy enough that people like listening to you would kind of just be like, "What's going on?" Like you'd be like you're on drugs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like drunk, like because I felt like I was like slurring the words. Now you gotta do the tongue twisters.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Seashore.
Do it again. Okay.
Peter Piper picked a peck. Peter Piper picked a peck. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Okay, hold on.
Peter Piper.
Do it now.
Peter Piper pecked a peck a peckus.
That one's the hardest one, right, dude?
What is that? 250?
No, that was 150.
Huh, that is pretty hard. It's definitely like it's like when you're on the phone and you're trying to talk and you're like, yeah, I went to the store and I got bread and then you're trying to say the next thing and you're hearing bread and it's like, what's the word?
Yeah.
Like,
See, you're doing fine talking with them. The tongue twisters are definitely like the harder one.
yeah. And it was still making us sound like funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so what did you think, dude?
Okay. By far the hardest thing was the Peter Piper picked another pickled peck of pickled peppers, which I still can't do now either.
Yeah, that's
So
hard.
That
to
might
do
be
normally.
part of what it is, but like you heard me. I wasn't even making words, but I was just like pa 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 pa.
Yeah, I was
Like that's what was happening by the end of it, because it was just getting so jumbled in my brain.
Yeah.
I thought reading the song was hard at certain speeds. Reading the song was hard too, because I felt like I was like going, you know what I mean? I felt like I was like kind of stuttering over the beginning of the words.
Yeah, you were like maybe stuttering a little bit and like you kind of say some of the words a little bit weird.
Weird or
like,
something.
weird.
But to me, I felt like talking, I wasn't super interrupted except for when you went longer. And I think that's because I take a lot of long pauses.
That's true.
And
yeah.
so like when the words were still going, when I was trying to think of the next thing I was saying,
you hear it coming back. Yeah. That's true.
that messed me up a lot.
Well, if anything though, it's just like exhausting. Like I can imagine if that was happening to you over like an extended period of time, like you're trying to do that for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I would probably give up. I would just be like, like I don't know. Usually, if that happens when you're on the phone with someone, like you hang up and try to call them again or something, because it puts a damper on your communication.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think if you were doing this to someone, like trying to give a speech to a crowd, it would probably the crowd would be able to tell like that there was something weird going on.
I wouldn't. As soon as it started happening, I would be like so freaked out.
Yeah.
Like because of like the nerves from speaking, I would like stop. Something's up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of good laughs in there.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
And if you did, give it a thumbs up.
Chisel that like button.
And subscribe. We post a new video every Saturday. I've got some more ideas for cool stuff like this.
Yeah.
Just like fun experiments that we can do. And also, we're going to keep working on music and
Of course.
post more music and maybe some music videos and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for rocking with us. And by the way, if Dead Fred is out there,
Yeah.
if you happen to be watching,
If you're watching Dead Fred, we miss you.
we miss you, dude. Please come back.
Please come back, dude. We're sorry.
We're sorry. And Statue Dudes, if you want to help us bring him back,
Yeah.
we just need to get to 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
We have like 190 something now. We're
Yeah.
almost there.
We're almost there.
We just need a couple more.
Yeah.
And then we can get him some more cowboy swag. We think if we get him some more cowboy
Yeah.
swag, maybe he'll come back.
Yeah.
So
It's like 99% guarantee.
99.999.
0.9. So subscribe.
Subscribe.